Mhm. So today we're going to be talking about some reasons why you don't want to move to Las Vegas. One of the first ones might be obvious, but we live in the desert. The weather is a factor. So today is June and it's about 106 right now. So if you do not like the heat, and I know they say, oh, it's a dry heat, but if you do not like the heat, then Vegas is not the place to move. Okay, let's talk about weather in general. For the most part, we have very mild climate. And then we have the summer months where it's quite warm. Like right now, it's June and it's 106. Because of the elevation and the semi-arid climate, it's a dry heat. I know, they say that that's like a hair dryer or opening the oven on your face, but it truly is much different than being in humid weather. Going back, if you don't like the heat, don't move to Las Vegas. Next, the schools. Nevada's not ranked very high for our schools. However, there are some pockets with some great schools, and we have magnet, charter, and private schools. But if you're looking at public schools in general, they haven't gotten such a high rating. I mean, when you look at it, the graduation rates for Nevada are about 73%. Not really great, right? Plus some of the colleges and universities that are nearby, and they're constantly expanding and growing. You know, our population is growing so fast. The demand for schools is so high, they can't build schools fast enough. They can't find enough teachers, and therefore it stems a problem of overcrowded schools and wages not being in line for new teachers to come to Nevada, which is a snowball effect of why some of our schools are not that great. Like I said though, there are some parts of Las Vegas that have great schools when you compare them to others around the country. Next reason you don't want to move to Las Vegas is gambling. Funny, right? We have gambling everywhere. We have gambling in the grocery stores, 24/7. So if you have addictive personality or you just can't keep your fingers off the buttons, then Las Vegas probably isn't a good place for you. You know, I always used to say before moving here, go with my spending allocation, whatever's gone's gone, kiss it goodbye, and don't look back. Now that I've lived here, I don't gamble. I have no desire to gamble. I'd rather buy something with my money than take the risk. However, if you're that risk taker, just don't let it get out of control. Next, we have public transportation is an issue. If you've come from a city where you rely on public transportation, such as trains and buses, guess what? Vegas isn't the place for you. Their public transportation system is not quite on par with the rest of the country or those metropolis cities that have amazing public transportation where you don't need a car. So if you're expecting to move to Las Vegas, be prepared that you're going to need to purchase a car. Which brings to the next topic of driving. If you don't like driving, then you better not come to Las Vegas, because you do have to drive everywhere. In the scheme of things, that's not so terrible, but just be prepared, you will be driving. Tourists and crowds is our next reason not to move to Las Vegas. You know, we get 42 million visitors a year. That's a lot of people. And even with the recent coronavirus, we have started opening back up, and we're already at 50% capacity. And it hasn't even been a month. So if you don't like crowds and you don't want to be around tourists, then Vegas is not the place for you. Let's talk about the proximity of homes to each other. Now, with Las Vegas being a fairly new town, and it's still growing, a lot of the homes are quite close to each other. So if you're looking for acres and acres of land and a lot of space to grow and run your ranch and have horses and all that kind of stuff, Las Vegas proper will not be the place for you. There are places in Henderson and North Las Vegas where you can have acres and acres of land and horse property, but not inside of Las Vegas proper. You'll have a hard time finding a lot of land to get you that extra space that people are currently looking for. Which brings me to the last thing, which is housing. Price ranges are starting in the low 200s in brand new, desirable communities with schools, neighborhoods, all of the amenities. And it's still an attractive place to be. No state income tax, jobs, affordability. Those are some things that other cities can't offer. So if you can overlook the other things that we talked about, Las Vegas is a great place to live. Hi, my name is Aundrea Beach-Greco, your local mortgage expert. It's my passion to help you with the largest investment of your lifetime, your home. I have been helping Las Vegas residents for the last 23 years, empowering them and educating them on their credit, wealth, and finances. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, tap that little bell. I post new content all the time. I'd hate for you to miss it. If you have any questions, I am happy to help. Just reach out. Talk to you soon. Have an awesome day.